Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Cutting Up with the Crawfords. I'm Derrick Crawford and I'm here with my lovely wife, Dari Crawford. And guess what? We're the Crawfords. And we cutting up.
We are definitely cutting up today. Guys, okay, so normally it is me doing the hey y'all hey, but he's doing it today and he is hosting.
I'm the host with the most.
So he's going to be asking me questions. So, what are we talking about?
We're talking about being an introvert in an extroverted world.
Yeah, that's me
And you're the introvert, right?
living in an extroverted world. Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. You ready to talk about it or you want to recharge first?
Recharge
You want
is
to
a
go
whole thing.
You want to go be by yourself for a
Yeah.
little bit or you want to
We're rolling, but I'm just going to take the camera upstairs and I'm going to go in my room and be by myself for a little bit and recharge. Is that okay with you? Okay.
the crazy thing
Tell us.
is you love to host.
I do.
And then once everybody gets here, you're like, oh, dang.
That's right. So I love to host, right?
And I'm not talking about our home group or small groups. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about when, like, if we have, a party or,
I do. I love to host.
graduation.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's the reason that God gave us this house, that we can have people over.
Hold on. That's going to open up a whole can of worms and people are going to want to start coming over again.
Yeah, y'all not coming over.
Oh, it's
But
good. Go ahead.
no, I do feel like that's the reason that God gave us this house, is to share it with other people, to make people feel warm and fuzzy when they come in here. We get those comments a lot of times when people come in. It just feels like home. And that's what I want. But the flip side to that is I get, excuse me, I get so exhausted and I need to recharge. And so a lot of times when we do have parties, I'll either grab him or I'll text him, or if it's a party where, of course, our friends are here, my girlfriends, and I'm like, and they just know, like, you look like you're tired. You want to go upstairs in the room. So I may get a plate of food, or they may get me a plate of food, and we go upstairs and hang out for a little bit. So that's my kind of recharging while the house is full.
I think we need to start off and telling people what an introvert is.
What is an introvert?
Because
I mean,
I lived like a lot of my life before I even knew what an introvert was.
facts. I thought I was weird.
You know, still might be a little weird, but go ahead.
Seriously. No, I truly thought I was weird. I remember how you would say, like, early on in our marriage, we're just getting right into it today. Early on in our marriage, you would be like, I can't satisfy her. I can't make her happy because I would just be in the car and he's driving and I'm the passenger and I'm just looking out the window. I don't need music on, just straight chilling. And
The word wasn't satisfy. I thought like, so you get in all these spaces where, oh, you got to have these deep, meaningful conversations with your wife
oh, yeah, yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Da, 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 da. And I was like, I can't even talk to my wife. Like, and it's like, it was, it's not all the time.
Yeah.
It's just there's those periods where, it's
Silence.
already shut down.
It's long periods where I'm shut down. And yeah, I don't know how old I was when I finally understood what an introvert was.
Well, you guys still ain't got, you got to tell us what's an introvert.
It's me. I don't know the proper definition.
Well,
You're the host.
Yours, well, I thought if it's you, I thought you would give the proper definition.
Oh, I don't know. Let's Google it.
People still Google or they
Well,
chat GPT.
I feel like they just chat GPT.
I think they Google. Side note, every time my wife asks me, do you know how to da 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 da? And I say, Google it.
It's a sure way.
She loves when I say, have you Googled it?
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it.
Okay, ChatGPT said, and this is ChatGPT 5, okay, that was just released, I feel like this week. It says, an introvert is someone who tends to recharge their energy by spending time alone in a calm, low stimulation environment rather than in big, busy social settings. That's me. I never understood that. I didn't want to go. I didn't have to go to the parties, like to the dances and stuff. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to be around a lot of people. There were so many things that I just felt like I didn't have to do because it's too loud. It's too busy. It's overstimulating.
So when did you find out you were an introvert?
It was a cold winter day. Dude, I have no idea.
You don't remember how old you were?
No, not at all. I have no clue. No clue when I found out.
I don't think it was until we came to North Carolina.
So then, if that's the
That's
case, I was in my
2011.
30s.
Yeah. That's a long time to go and not knowing. But I tell you, when we found out you were an introvert and what an introvert was and there was such a thing and all the things, it made sense.
Yeah,
And then I was like, oh, I'm not a failure.
you're not.
I'm not a bad husband.
You're not. You're not.
I know how to carry a conversation with my
You
wife.
do. And I know how to carry a conversation also when I want to. After I recharge, I can have a conversation. Also, I discovered that my conversations are more along the lines of like smaller, intimate settings. If it's a lot of people, don't try to get me to talk because I get socially awkward and it's,
What happened when the teacher tried to call on you in class?
dude, I would get up and go to the bathroom.
So she just call on you and you go, oh, sorry.
I would go, like, if I had an inclination that they were ready to call on someone, I'm going to the bathroom because it's just awkward.
So
But that's like, okay, so that's school. Just picture Dari as an adult at church.
that's what I was going to ask you.
Or you-
How does that work at church? Church is a lot of people. There's music and a singing. You need to go to like a all white church where everybody's just calm and they just play the organ,
No.
pipe organ.
No, I don't want to do that. I mean, white people are fine, but I don't want to do that. So prime example, church. Okay. Some churches have like meet and greet. And prior to COVID, we would write a check every week for our tithes and offerings. And I would opt to sit down and write my check and like head down writing. Or I would go to the bathroom just so I didn't have to do the meet and greet. And then once it got to like, okay, like go speak to somebody or go talk to somebody or here's like a kind of like an icebreaker question. I don't want to break the ice. I don't want to go over there to talk to someone.
Yes, but you have your people that you always want to talk to.
I do. Because they don't, it's life-giving when I talk to them. And so maybe talking to other people could potentially be life-giving. I just haven't branched out to that yet. I'm just saying. I'm getting better.
Side note.
Side note.
Next podcast, ADHD. Dude, there's somebody that's been flipping, running their whatever, and I can just hear it, and I hate it.
Is it the lawnmower or weed whacker?
The weed whacker or the blower or whatever is going on outside.
You can hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay, so...
And I think that everybody else in the world can hear it. And now if they can hear it, they're just going to listen for that for the rest of the podcast.
And it's fine
Unless
if y'all...
they're not ADHD like me.
If y'all hear that, if you hear the person cutting grass or weed whacking, that's your sign to get up and cut your grass.
Oh, me side.
Get up and cut your grass. No more side notes.
Side
Let's
note,
focus.
side note.
God, we're going to be here all day with the side notes. Focus. We're talking about introverts. Come on, tell me. Ask me something.
Well, we were talking about church to ask you something. So how do you function? Like, so work. Tell me about work. So we got church. Church. Where are you at with church now? Let's stay with church, and then we'll go to work.
Since we're at a new church, it's like starting over, right? It's like I'm in my 40s and I'm trying to make friends, and I'm kind of awkward, but I'm
What do I do with my hands?
yeah. It's like people are talking to you, and I'm like, what do I do with my hands? Do I have pockets? I gotta have pockets. That was totally random. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone because I know that I'm not going to grow if I stay in my comfort zone. And I don't know. Maybe y'all can tell me, what do y'all do? How do you?
What if they're not introverts?
There's introverts listening to this, and then there's extroverts, and the extroverts are like, I need to be around people to give me energy. Do that.
But also, there's something for introverts to learn here, in that
Yeah.
walk lightly. We don't do meet and greet at this church. So
No, we don't do meet and greet at this church. Like I said, we're still kind of new. I'm kind of getting the feel for the land, getting to know people and that type of thing. So, not really having like long drawn out conversations, but just like small talk. That's one thing about me though. I don't do well with small talk.
no, you don't like small talk.
I don't
you wanna
because
be
it's
real.
awkward.
You just want to be real.
Yeah. It's awkward for me.
Okay, now take that to
Work?
well. First of all, I think people need to understand that there are introverts out there. People need to know that that's a personality trait for
It
some
is.
people.
It is.
And just because someone is an introvert and they got that look on their face doesn't mean they're not a nice person. Doesn't mean that you can't approach them. But approach gently.
Yeah, I have had people say like I'm unapproachable, and I thought to myself, but here you are approaching me, so maybe it didn't work.
Oops.
That was awkward. But yeah. What was the question?
I don't know. I thought I hit the I thought I turned the audio off. But
Oh. What was the question?
we're good. Extroverts need to know about introverts.
Yeah,
and,
I think
and that some people aren't approachable, or doesn't seem approachable. But
Yeah.
But you have to just gently.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, someone had said that I was unapproachable, and I was thinking to myself, like, but here you are approaching me, so it's not working, right? Like, it's weird. Right. It's weird.
Sister Bra. Sorry.
Sister Bruh,
Sister
why are you
Bra,
approaching me?
approaching me?
I do kind of have this like scowl on my face sometimes where I'm in deep thought and processing that I'm thinking about me, like I'm all in my head, not even thinking about you or anyone else. And people kind of interpret that as like I'm not approachable or I look mean. And I'm just like, I really am nice. I'm not mean.
But you don't know the look that you have on your face when you're deep in thought, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's fine. Now let's shift to work, because
Okay, work.
in work, everybody that wants to advance and get the raise,
Yeah, I feel like
have to be extroverts and da 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 da, and
yeah, I think when it comes to work and like in the corporate world, a lot of people are extroverts and a lot of people are wanting to be like the loudest person in the room and the person that's always speaking up. And I don't tend to do that. It doesn't mean that I don't have like thoughtful things to say.
Yeah.
It just takes me a little time to process. So what I found, like, I used to work for someone that was really extroverted, and me being introverted,
super extroverted.
it was like my boss would always, like, we would have a meeting and they would be like, well, okay, Dari, tell me your thoughts. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I need to process a little bit because I want to get my thoughts together and make sure that I am articulating it well and just processing just the whole meeting and or the scenario or the suggestion, whatever it is. I want to make sure that I have, like, I'm gathering all the facts thinking through those. And then also if there's something that I need to research, I research that. And then I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. I think a lot of times, for sure, just people mistakenly like identify introverts as like they don't have anything to say.
Right.
They don't have an opinion, or they're just like,
They're not fast thinkers.
yeah.
or
And
whatever.
I am a fast thinker. I'm a slow processor.
I don't. So let me
You
help
don't
you with
think
that.
that?
No, I think you process just fine, and I think you process it at your speed.
Yeah.
I think that so what I've seen a lot in businesses nowadays is people take personality tests.
Yeah,
And a
they
lot of
do.
people in their offices or their cubes or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll have the type of person that they are, which is helpful for their manager or their boss to know
Ahead of time.
ahead
Yeah.
of time, or when you first start working there or whatever. So that way, like I was leading a small group at Joe Gibbs Racing when I was working for a Game Plan for Life, and I knew who my introverts were,
Yeah.
and I would start with my extroverts.
It's helpful.
when we were discussing something, and then I would come around to the introverts. And the thing about the introverts usually is they have already processed and well thought out their answer.
Yeah.
That it's going to probably be something that is so life giving or so
Profound.
profound or trans. Yeah, I love the word profound or it's life transforming.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it is, and I've seen it in spaces where I remember one time we were in a meeting at Christ Central, and Aaron McFadden.
Why do you always give names and locations?
It's just fine. It's fine. It's fine. She gave this profound answer, but then an extrovert right behind her said something, and we was like, "Hold on, back up." What she just said was so profound.
Like we need to
We
sit
need
in
to
that for a
sit there
second.
for a
Yeah.
second and make sure. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we get that? Are we making note of that? And are we going to implement or talk about that? Because the thing about extroverts is we got to say what we got to say. We got it's bubbling up. It's bubbling up. It's like, no, hold it. Write it down if you have to. If you think you're going to forget it. Talking to myself, and then let's let the extroverts say their profound thought.
Let the introverts.
Are the introverts saying
Yeah.
say their profound thought?
So
and get out
me,
there?
whether it is school, in a Bible study, at work, I generally do not like being called on. But I will say a lot of times if I am doing something like, and I have to present, if it's, like we want to hear from everybody, go around the room, I'll opt to go first because waiting until it's like gets around to me or whatever will give me so much anxiety that I'm like, I got to get it out first.
Yeah, but you've already processed.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You've already thought through.
So I can go ahead.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just different. It's always like those. Let's have a brainstorming session or whatever. It's like,
Yeah, brainstorming sessions where everyone comes together and go. I like to come up with ideas on my own, and then we can bring them together. When we do like these brainstorming, it's like diarrhea from the mouth, and everybody's just talking, and I'm a tap out real quick,
Yep.
really quick.
Where else do you see where being an introvert? Well, first, let's say where is being an introvert? How is being an introvert a superpower? Like, what's the advantage of being an introvert?
I think this kind of teeters between being an introvert and being like ADHD is I can read the room. And a lot of times I'll tell you like,
Sister Bruh was.
there's something with them. And usually I'm right. Like I'll say, Derek, I can't put my finger on it, but it's something.
Is that how when you walk past Foot Locker, you went, there's something about that brother right there. No, sorry. Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought in 1995 when I met you. I was like, it's the polyester pants. God gets me every time. In the referee shirt. And you probably had Jordans on, so anyway. Yeah, I think it can be a superpower. I think that there are pros and cons with being an introvert, right? I think the con to other people may be that I need to recharge. I just can't go. Like I had to learn, one of my girlfriends had taught me this thing and I was like, I'm going to apply that to my life where it's one event a day. Because if I try to do 2, 3, 4 events in one day, by the time I get to that third or fourth one, sometimes even the second one,
I was going to say the second one.
I'm not going to show up as my best self. I know that. And for the longest time, like for years, I would just do it because I was people pleasing. And I know that I had to show up or I had to do whatever the thing was, knowing that, I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I need to recharge.
Well, last Saturday, we had your family reunion.
We did.
And you had the cookout.
So we had a cookout during the day.
Yep.
We had...
How long was that cookout? We got there like...
hours.
10 to help set up.
And
which
left...
is around people.
Yes. And then we probably left around...
3:30.
3:30.
Yeah.
3:45. And then had to rush back to my aunt's house, shower, get dressed, put my lashes on, and...
Side note, I took a 10-minute power nap during that time.
You did. I didn't even get to take a nap. So I didn't get to recharge.
That is my superpower.
I did not get to recharge.
I can take power naps.
And then we had, then we went to dinner. So I had to be there a little early to sign people in. And then we had a party, which I had to... So the entire weekend, I had to be on in a sense of talking in front of people, doing things that don't naturally feel comfortable to me. I mean, I know that I have a great podcast voice. I have a great voice. However, I am like, where do I put my hands when I'm standing up in front of people? And that was, it wasn't as awkward, maybe because it was all family. And so I felt like they all love me.
Most of them, yeah. I'm just kidding.
They all love me. And it's okay if I mess up. It doesn't have to be perfect.
But that's the same thing in real life. It's okay if you mess up. You don't have to be perfect.
I felt like I was on the go the entire time. So once we, Saturday was done. Well, actually, Friday doing stuff. And then Saturday was done. And then Sunday was done. And then we left and came home. I probably...
You recharged on that whole trip, and then the next day you were...
Oh, yeah. Monday I slept till 3:00.
Yeah.
I got up and went back to bed and slept till 3 p.m. Yeah. And I still was like dragging Tuesday and Wednesday. Like my body needed to recharge. So I do think it can be a superpower. But also I think that some people find it as a negative, as a con. I think there's positives and negatives with everything. And I think some people feel like it's a con because kind of like you early on in our marriage where you were thinking, excuse me, that you can't talk to your wife or like you can't do anything right. There may be other people that like take it personal that I'm not talking as much or, yeah. And it's not, there's no love lost. It's just, I don't know. I just don't have it in me sometimes.
You're an introvert. You got to recharge.
Yeah.
Got to recharge.
It's all love.
Yep. So how does being an introvert work in our marriage?
Well, honestly, I feel like...
Or what does that mean for a marriage?
So I'm going to talk about all four of us. I feel like the four of us are a family of introverts. We all need to recharge. One thing about us is...
I didn't used to be an introvert.
You didn't.
Or maybe I always was and didn't know it.
Maybe you are. Well, there is such thing as a performing introvert.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I am that to a degree because remember, I used to do boot camp classes, workout classes with tons of people there. And
Yep.
I could turn it on.
Yep.
But when I was done, I didn't even have to flip the switch to turn it off. It automatically went off like you're on E. So yeah, our family, I think we're all introverts. We all love being in our house. We are comfortable with our rooms.
Max, I don't know why we ever leave this
Yeah,
place.
I love my house. And I think we all four of us show up that way. In regards to our marriage, you know me so well. Now I feel like you know me better than I know myself sometimes, where you're able to like decipher whether I need some space or I can talk.
I usually do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like to.
Now, there are some times,
Needle ya.
let me tell you, there are some times where it's like, I'm like, babe, I can't talk right now. Like, I don't want to talk right now. I
I
can't
used to
talk
take
right now.
offense to that.
No, what he does,
He used
y'all,
to take offense to it. It was like, ugh.
what he does
Nah,
is
I'm just like, all right,
he
man.
will keep picking. Like, I'm saying, babe, I just need to take a beat. I can't talk right now. I don't want to talk right now. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want nothing. And he'll start talking about something else. Why? I just said I don't want to talk right now. I don't want to hear anything.
It's my job to
So
work,
he just
work your
changes the
nerves.
subject. And he's like, well, maybe she wants to talk or she wants to hear about this. Dog, I don't want to hear about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You do that sometimes.
On purpose.
Yeah. And then I have to say, babe,
Babe. No, it's not. It's never babe.
what is it?
It's babe. It's you got a little attitude with it.
Is it like bass in my voice?
A little bit.
Babe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like you definitely show up well in our marriage in regards to me being an introvert. But also, you're an introvert too.
I know.
And I'll
admit it now.
I try to care for you well being an introvert because I know. I mean, like we talked about this when we one episode this season 2, where we were like, our phrase is "you good," what we ask each other, and like knowing if he has a hard meeting or if he has a meeting or if he's out all day.
Side note: I think we stole "you good" from Dwayne because Dwayne always asks that.
Dwayne always asks me if I'm good.
So I think we stole that from him.
Listen,
But I can steal it from him.
it's your son. It's there's no trademark copyright.
That's
That's the meme that's like. Anyway, I love that our children ask us if we're good, and we ask them if they're good too.
I don't ask Deja if she's good. Actually, I do.
You do.
I do. But I love giving her a hard time too.
You do.
Yep.
What else you got for me?
Well,
That's a deep
subject.
You're just gonna say that.
Do you think Jesus had a personality?
Do I think that he had a personality? I think everyone's born with a personality.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Just yeah.
Okay, so yes.
Do you think he was an extrovert or an introvert?
Well, I don't think that extrovert I think people were people at that time and had personalities. I don't think anyone was able to put words to whether it's an extrovert or introvert.
They might have had a Hebrew word or Greek word for it.
I think
Extrovertitas.
I think that this is me, okay? My opinion. This is not biblical. I think kind of it is. I think that Jesus was a performing introvert. Why do I say that, you ask? There were times where he would preach, he would be around people, but yet he would go away. After, he would go away and recharge. He would go away and have time with his father, right? Like by himself. So that to me is like, I see some introverted characteristics in that. Maybe not. Maybe he just wanted time to himself with his father. Maybe he needed to recharge. I don't know. What do you think?
So when you go to recharge, do you ever go to be with your Heavenly Father? Is it a time of prayer, a time of solitude, a time of
Sometimes it is.
reflection, a time of
Yeah. Sometimes it is. Now, I'll be honest, every time it is not. There are some times where,
Thank you for your honesty, ladies and gentlemen.
you're welcome. There are some times where I don't even want to hear my own thoughts.
Yeah, but women,
And
y'all can't do that. Y'all be thinking and
that's-
thoughting, and we can, man, we
Thinking
can have
and thoughting.
we can have a nothing box, and
There are some times where I'm like, yo, I just need to pray, or I just need to be in God's word, or I just need to sit and be still and see if God is going to say something regarding whatever situation or whatever. But then there are other times where I'm like, dog, I don't want to do anything. I want to turn my brain off and just sit and just stare in space. Like I don't want to do anything.
but have a Hallmark movie in the background. This episode is brought to you by Hallmark and Hallmark Plus.
It is not. But also it should be. Because I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yep. So, I think Jesus was probably the perfect extrovert and the perfect introvert.
So he was a combination. He
Yeah.
was, is it an omnivert?
I don't know, probably, but
I have
I've
no
never heard
clue.
of it. But yeah, he was ambidextrous avert.
Dude, that's not it. That's either right or left-handed, ambidextrous. Feel like it's an omnivert.
Okay,
I don't know.
that
I'm
sounds
an
like somebody that eats meat or doesn't eat meat. Omnivert.
This next episode is just going to be Dari talking to y'all, okay? Seriously. He's fired
How am
for
I
being
doing
the host.
as the host? Okay. Do you have any
That's really loud. You know, you can hear all that in the mic. That hurt my chest.
Good. See, I don't like ugly. What's some lasting comments or takeaways that you want to have for the people, or a call to action? Were you recharging?
I was
Is
like
this too much? Too many
I was
people?
like glitching right there. I think be gracious to introverts, right? Like they're still thoughtful people. Yeah, just be gracious to them. People don't have to respond.
And be on 100 or 110?
Yeah, like you are, or like the next person is. Sorry, I hit the mic. Like the next person is, and that's okay. Like it's okay for people to be different and embrace those differences. Yeah, at this big age, I am more comfortable with who I am, in the way that God made me. And understanding that I'm unique and that I was made for a purpose and that I'm not a mistake. He did not mess up. He as in God did not mess up in the way that he put me together. Like I am exactly who he has called me to be. And that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's more than okay.
Yeah.
I think if you're a good manager or a good husband or a good or a good spouse or a good friend, first you want to understand your people.
Yeah, their
Two,
personality. Yeah.
two, you want to learn how to best use that personality for the betterment of all people, whether it's in the family or your business, or because again, it is a superpower. There's many things that you're going to come up with that's so thoughtful and edifying to either the small group, community group, work, family, all that stuff. And I had a third thing, but I can't remember what it is now because I went through 1 and 2.
So goofy. Yeah, being an introvert is, I like it. I can finally say that, yeah, I really like who I am. I like who I have become. And I believe that I lived so many years not liking who I was, not understanding fully who I was, not being comfortable in my own skin, and not, having lower self-esteem, and
Well, I
not
like
having.
your skin.
I know you do. Having lower self-esteem and lacking confidence, and
Yeah.
now it's nothing like that. Like I'm just different. And side note, it was so, I think, freeing and rewarding and confirmation all at the same time to hear that. I had one cousin that I was talking to, and he was like, yeah, you're just different. And I credit that to Jesus because I finally accepted who I was. Yeah. And how he made me.
Well, so I think one call to action is that I want to leave with you guys is if you don't know your personality, take a test and figure it out. If you don't know your spouse's personality, figure it out. If you are a manager or you are around people or manage people, figure out their personality.
Yeah.
If you're in a small group of people or at church and it's someone you care about, ask them their person. What their person are. They extrovert or are they introvert? Do they have traits of both? That way, you know how to better approach,
Yeah.
work with,
Yeah.
be
Support.
around,
Yeah.
support.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you need a second to recharge.
It's helpful.
Yep. It's given all.
But
those things.
also, so I have had people know who I am and support me and support being who I am. But I've also had people that have weaponized it and made it as though,
It's a crutch or.
well, I know you can't, I know you need to take time to process, like kind of making it like a negative, or like,
Whose voice was that? Do that again.
like, you know how someone just hits you below the belt with their words, like they're just trying to get under your skin, all the things, where it's like, I know you need to take time to process. I'm like, I do, but why you need to keep saying that? Why you say that?
Yeah, they say
So-
like you're slow or something.
Yeah, and it's not that.
Instead of, hey, Daria, I'm really interested in what you have to say.
Yes, that's the way.
When you're ready, can you share with us what you think about?
Yes, yeah, and not make it as if there is a learning disability or I'm lacking something. Yeah, I have had people kind of weaponize it in that way, and that, quite frankly, did not feel good at all. And I've had people do that throughout my life where I've kind of downplayed it and not said anything. And again, at this big age and being comfortable and confident in who God made me, I'm like, my response immediately is, wow, what made you say that? Why would you say that?
Yeah.
Does that, you know how me and you, if he does something, or if the kids do something to me and they say something and they're like, what is it called? Like y'all are joking with me or whatever. And I'll say, does that make you feel good?
Yeah.
That you said that to me or about me? Does that make you feel good? And that's how I felt in that moment when someone's trying to, make being an introvert or processing a negative. It's like, I want to say, does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel better because you're an extrovert? Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to share with the peoples?
Yeah, if you see me, I feel like I said this on another podcast. If you see me, I am approachable. Like, come say hi.
Gently.
Yeah, don't come up to me like, real loud and stuff because
I don't like close talkers either.
yeah,
I don't like it when they're close talkers and like if you get too close in my space and then I back up and they back up with you. It's like when I move, you move.
just like that.
Just like no, when I move back, you stay right where you are. Thank you.
You're goofy, but also accurate because I'm really big on my space, my personal space. Yeah.
Well,
Thank y'all for listening to Derrick host.
are you taking it back already?
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think he did? Actually, don't even tell me. I already know the answer.
10.
Next podcast.
You know why they want me? You know why they're gonna give me a 10?
Why?
Because I got to hear more of you.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do better with your questions. You could do a little better. You did great, but you could do like phenomenal. I love you so much, okay?
I felt like it hit below the belt.
That's that below the belt stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Outro. Okay. If this episode.
If this, I think he's gonna say something, guys.
If this episode.
I love you, for real.
Like, share, subscribe.
If this episode what?
This episode was just amazing for you. If it wasn't, still like, share, subscribe.
So goofy. All right, y'all.
Like, share, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.